time and time again.
Well, catfish, chicken grease, and all that's in between. What's happening, people? It is Monday on Originators Monday. I'm coming to you from the side of the six man King Styles.
Mm-hmm.
And let me go ahead and swap this out. And on your screen, right, you know him as the Mad One, Senator Mad Mike Sports in the building.
Yeah. Yep.
And like I said, man, if you're confused, um, we are merging the originators with the six man convo this week, as you already know. You do have Thursday night football. So I thought this conversation would be a very good conversation to go ahead and get a little piece of it for the convo. So before we get right into it, let's definitely go ahead and shout out um, one of our favorite phrases, and that is what, Mike?
One of our favorite shit. We got about 1 billion of them. God damn it.
How do we introduce the people,
We
man?
um. How do we introduce people? Uh. You gotta find a way to the Ebola.
Find the way to the Ebola. And right before we find the Ebola, we got to hit them with the real roll call.
The real roll call.
The real roll call. We must find the way to tell the people to find the Ebola.
The Ebola.
And today's Ebola, we're going to go ahead and hit it with Still Legacy. We got Floyd Donnelly. We got Eric 7587. Pat Nurse. Ski with the Ebola. D Sloan Ebola. Share the light Ebola. LaChan James 69. Terry Lloyd Triple X. Pat Norris. MBM 1970.
30.
Maurice Martin. Trick 5642. D Sloan. D Coleman with money 0925. Me Trig. We got our favorite. We got the Queen, Sonia, in the building.
Sonia.
Seth Said. K Quest in the building. Eric Mack. We got the King. And we got the Don in the building. He said we must find the way for the Queen. We must find
Queen.
the way. We find the way. Find the way. That was it. Suck my dick. My dick. D. Coleman said, yo, Ebola acid sound like a bad Will to Thrill impression.
D-Bud.
The Ebola. Get it right. The Ebola. What?
D-Way.
Find you what? Find you what, Mike?
D-Way.
D-Way. All right, let's for real. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Man. I can't do that goddamn accent all day. But like I said, man, if you're surprised to find this show today, like I said, this is also the six-man convo today. As once again, I will say we have Thursday night football. So, like I said, man, we just gonna go ahead and get it out the way this week. All right, Mike, man, what's going on? How we feeling this Monday after what the hell we saw yesterday?
I wish I could find another way to do something, but shit, I guess
D-Way,
it won't happen.
we must find D-Way.
Can't find a way after what the hell we saw.
There is only one way. There's only one way. Man, Mike, you know there's only one way. Why?
There's only one way.
That is the way. That is the way. There's only
D-Way.
one way. The way.
And it's been pretty awful.
Nah, yeah, that way has been god awful this year, man. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. How you want to kick this off, man?
I mean, we can start of what you can. We can. Yeah, let's just get you. Yeah.
Yeah, we already starting off with a $5 super chat from Terry Lloyd, man. He's sitting over here and he is coming with a direct quote from one of my 86-year-old pop, from my 86-year-old pop. He said, I said, all for giving a brother a chance, but Raheem couldn't run bathwater. He got to go. Jesus. We got old school talking about he can't run bathwater.
Damn, not bad water. Jesus Christ.
That's what he just said. You can't run bathwater. He said, Sonya came in here. She said, how can Raheem tell players to keep fighting when we have nothing to fight for? Yeah. That's kind of a nasty quote in itself. But go ahead, Mike. How we won't kick this thing off?
I mean, there's so many ways you can go at this, attack this. It's my thing is looking at this. Like this makes you want to punch him in the face when you talk about fighting.
Mm. Well, Leo said Raheem's wife need to find a way to my room. You want mayonnaise on your elbow with that?
Mm-hmm. Obviously he does.
He wants some mayonnaise on his elbow. But go ahead, Mike.
But he how the hell you find like you're trying to tell people to fight now? You're trying to tell people to fight now. What the hell is there to fight for?
Everybody wants to fight for the Ebola.
Like you're telling people to find a way to fight now. Like, so Raheem is the number one cause of stress, high blood pressure, and suicide in this city. Good God Almighty.
Good Lord.
Good gracious.
Oh my God. What? Wow.
And then I heard something like this. As like I said, I saw a quote where Raheem said that Mr. Blank is behind him. There's no doubt that Mr. Blank is behind him. I'm just like, sir, Mr. Blank might like you, but there's no way you can convince me that he's 100% behind you at 4-9. You telling me he's down for you? That goes against everything that he said. Talking about that he's behind you. I'm telling see if I can find the quote. I'm looking for this quote. Because I think that quote is funny as hell for him to say that. Like now you want to talk about now you want to talk about I thought that was hilarious to be honest.
The king said everybody wants to come out and say, "Oh, get rid of him. I want to give a brother a chance, but he didn't do good. I could have told you he wasn't going to do good when he was first hired." Mm. Well, go ahead, Mike.
And Drake did not practice. I just find that funny again. We bringing all these wide receivers in now when nothing is on the like we have nothing to even talk about, fight for. What the fuck are you fighting for? Now we bring in every receiver. Like my thing is, we don't brought in by 5 receivers. Ain't none of them playing, except for the one that's complete absolute ass. These are the ones that have been brought in. These are the guys that playing.
So what you saying that the Rahimothy King himself is hell bent on David Seals? That's what you're saying?
David Seals, bro. So I'm glad you brought. Let me just go ahead. I'll get to that. So we got about a clip that we want to show you guys. So let's play this clip real quick, and then we'll go from there.
You had been hesitant to sort of do anything dramatically different given so many close losses. Does a loss like this change your approach? Do you feel like you need to do something to change your approach in some dramatic fashion?
You always look at yourself first. We always look at each other inward first. And I always do that every single game. It's like the dramatic things that you guys are looking for. I don't know what those things are. But you always got to look inward. You always got to figure out what's best for the football team and try to figure out a way to win this football game. And the things that we had sought out to try to win this football game, we did not get accomplished. We had to go get turnovers on defense. We had to maintain the ball, get to stay on track, which we're not able to do. And on special teams, we had to make it more about us, and we did not do any of those things. So when those things happen, the game got out of hand.
Coach, third down offense again was a bit of a struggle at this point, or today. What can you do at this point in the season? You got to make a catch. When Kurt puts it in position for a guy to make a catch on third down, you got to make those catches. We had a couple miss-ops from a number of people. Had a couple really good looks at it. Obviously they made some plays as well on their defense. A couple plays that they made as well. But when you have an opportunity to move the chains and really get it going, you got to get those things going. And particularly on the 3rd and 1, we weren't on 4th down, but you got to be able to move the chains that way. You got to be able to do those things. And then some of those second half third downs are kind of ridiculous. The situation that we put ourselves in, and you can't allow those things to happen.
Raheem, just to clarify on the Mooney play, when you say you thought there should have been a call, you thought there should have been a call on a defender, either a PI or a illegal contact?
Call it whatever you want. Illegal contact, you call it a PI, at that moment. And then that play is going to be reviewed. All those things will happen, and we can have the conversation on what it should have been or what it could have been.
So, Kel, what about that clip? that
I mean,
bothers you? If you if there's something about that clip you find interesting.
my thing is on those words that was used. Um, like I said, the obvious was stated on a multitude of things, especially when you're talking about the wide receivers catching passes towards the quarterback and being able to convert on third down and stuff. This is a little obvious stuff that has kind of been one of that multitude of reasons why the Falcons season have gone the way it has. But it was certain particular phrase that was in that clip that I do have a question on. And it was the question on dramatic solutions. And it was the thing where Raheem answered the question about doing things dramatically, and he was like, I don't know what that dramatic thing, what you want me to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that right there, it kind of, like I said, that's kind of like the highlighted number of words that piqued my interest.
Mm-hmm.
So when I hear about dramatic things and doing things that could win, essentially what you heard from the interviewer is dramatic things could be said in a multitude of ways, as far as you rather firing somebody, which is the most extreme, you know, taking play calling duties away from, or kind of managing those play calling opportunities for Zach Robinson, or like you said, benching players like David Seals, who's really gave you nothing. Being able to elevate a Chris Blair or Nick Nash, guys that's been on your roster since the beginning of the year. Taking away snaps from Ebikedia, taking the snaps away from certain guys that haven't played well. It just sounds like to me that Raheem is so hell bent on being such a player's coach that he doesn't want to offend anybody in the locker room by benching them. And I honestly think he with that phrase, he's kind of running scared right now.
Yeah. The crazy part about that statement is you don't know that he didn't deny whether or not the statement, the question in itself. He said in the beginning, you're hesitant to do anything dramatic.
What?
He didn't deny it. He pretty much said, I don't know what you mean by dramatic. Bro, shut the fuck up, okay? That's a bullshit lie. You know exactly what the fuck he mean by that. These guys have asked you. Because he turned around, he didn't really want to address the question head on. But if you listen to what he said after that, he said we got to catch the ball. You're unwilling to do anything. He didn't say we got to switch things up to maybe simplify so these guys can get in the rhythm. He didn't say any of that. He didn't say anything about the offense and the coaches got to do a better job of simplifying things. So these guys, if they're not making plays, they're not catching the ball, let's do something simple. He didn't say any of that. Instead, his fuckface decides he wanted to give Kirk Cousins another praise. Oh, he did that. He praised Kirk Cousins and completely shit on the wide receiver core. But you guys, didn't we hear from Zach Robinson say that our wide receiver coach and TJ Yates did a wonderful job of getting these guys ready? All of a sudden, they're not ready. All of a sudden now, these guys not making enough plays and they're not catching the ball.
It sounds like it just sounds like a bunch of grasping for straws right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing about it when the reporter asked him about dramatic solutions, and he's basically saying, I don't know what drastic solution I should take at this moment. You didn't say that when it came to Ike Hilliard.
You didn't say that. You said you got to get him out here because the communication wasn't right.
You said last week the communication with Ike Hilliard is one of the reasons why you fired him.
Mm-hmm.
While previously saying that the reason why you fired him was because of production. Don't you think that was kind of a drastic measure to take for the simple fact that the wide receivers were not, being productive as a group?
Yeah, he blamed it on communication for that.
He blamed it on communication. First, he blamed it on production. Yeah. Then he blamed it on communication literally a month later. And the wide receiving core still is having a lot of problems right now. And what that comes down to is when you start hearing stuff like that and you start piecing a lot of these questions and answers and press conferences together, it's almost kind of like okay, dude, what do you even know what you're doing right now?
Yeah, that's the question. Do you even know what you're doing at this point? Because your offensive coordinator is saying that TJ is doing a good job. That's what we were being said. And then he turned around and said the reason why you're not playing, why guys aren't playing, because they ain't practicing well. So it's just a series of lies. You saying they're not practicing well, so that's why they're not playing. Zach says they're doing a wonderful job, and TJ is doing a wonderful job getting these guys ready. And then when they get in the game, you're saying, well, these guys practice well, but they're not playing well. You don't see a problem right there that if they're not playing well and they practicing well, you don't see what the obvious issue and concern is right there. It's right in your face. You said these guys practice well, and then when they get in the game, they don't play worth a damn.
So my question comes down to that is, what the hell are y'all practicing?
Yeah. I found it obvious. I found it funny that a motherfucker named Devin Thompson that we haven't even seen, that he can pick up an offense in limited weeks. He ain't been on this. Look, I don't know where the hell he's been. Maybe on the practice squad, but I haven't seen him. And then in a couple of weeks, you throw him in there. Chris Blair, Nick Nash, all these other wide receivers that you got. Casey Washington, he's been healthy for the past 2 weeks. Guess where he been? Scratched. A healthy scratch. Like, you just look at this guy, man. I think, like I've said before, the biggest problem with this guy is if he don't want you to play, you're not gonna play. It ain't got nothing to do with whether or not that you're practicing well or any of that shit. He's just not gonna play you. Who the fuck is a Devin Thompson? Who the fuck is a David Seals? You look, you up here shopping in the motherfucking dumpster, and then when they don't perform in the game, you be looking like what? Like what's going on? What's the problem? You get what the fuck you paid for. You shopping in the trash can. You eating doodle cereal. Your tacos got burrito. Look. Your tacos got look, got hair all in the damn in the taco. Your tacos with mayonnaise, mustard, and ketchup. Okay, that's what your tacos are looking like right now. You ain't even playing with real. You ain't even got the real taco sauce. You got ketchup, mayo, and mustard for your tacos. And then you wonder when you bite into it, it don't fucking taste like a taco. No crap.
Mm-hmm.
Your ingredients ain't even real ingredients. This is stuff we talking about. No, I said doo-doo cereal. He eating doo-doo cereal. Okay, I'm not talking about Cocoa Puff. I'm talking about real doo-doo. Okay? He thought he had some Cocoa. Like, he's selling that shit like it's Cocoa Puff, but he eating doo-doo. They eat doo-doo.
A shit sandwich, that's what you're saying?
A whole shit sandwich.
Diarrhea included.
That's a good taco. Like, he ain't even, like, that ain't even a real taco.
Diarrhea included.
Diarrhea included. And you're wondering why these guys aren't performing. Like, it's the craziest crap.
And Diamond here said if he wants to play you, he will. That's why I feel like it was Raheem who kept Bertrand on the field. I don't think that had anything to do with Obert.
But he's a bitch if he is allowing that. Because Obert is he's been a productive linebacker in his career. He's been very productive. I'm not saying he was the greatest, but he was a productive player in his time. So he knows when a linebacker is good or not. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is with that, like, that's still problematic in its own right. Because if you know JD Bertrand is not good, then why are you continuously trying to put him in? Like, the thing is, this is the problem we have. How many times have we seen anytime D'Angelo Malone, when he had an opportunity to play, he made plays, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't even get back in. JD Bertrand gets smoked every time he on the field, but he keep throwing them out there. How many times have we seen T1000?
Is Troy Anderson even alive? Because I haven't heard nothing. I haven't heard if he's injured. I haven't heard if he's on the IR. I just haven't heard anything. So I'm just trying to figure. I want to put an APB out. Is Troy Anderson even still alive?
Man, we have not heard any of this. Anything. That's the crazy part about it. Nothing.
Because my thing is like I said, it's understandable if you got guys that you want to develop, guys that you definitely want to play. Every coach has their particular guys that they want to play. Whether we like that decision or not. But the thing about it is that the guys that he wants to play are guys that are literally not being productive at all.
Nothing.
David Seals, at the end of this game, would be on the field for almost 400 snaps at wide receiver.
400 snaps, you guys.
400. On average, a wide receiver at 400 snaps, on average, would be at least 25 catches, maybe 350 yards, 400 yards, maybe. David Seals is right around 8 catches, barely below 100 yards in 400 snaps. There's a problem right there.
Like I don't understand people. I don't understand how people are not really like that is a major problem. This guy had 400 and some opportunities to catch a pass, and this dude has caught the ball less than 10 times in a year. 400 snaps. We in week 15. Okay? Week 15.
We're talking about 400 offensive snaps.
Offensive snaps. And we got David Seals out here. But that's worse than the draft. That's worse than the draft picks every year for quarterbacks.
And not even
worse. That's literally worse than quarterbacks.
And that's not even the worst part about it. You have a Kadero Hodge who you've seen personally the year before win you a multitude of games just off of plays that he made himself, and we haven't seen him at all.
Nope.
We've seen him a few games, but Lord,
he don't like how his thing is. He doesn't like how Cordero Hodge is playing right now, so he's just not gonna play him at all.
You don't like how Cordero Hodge is playing, but you're playing a motherfucker that has no impact on the offense whatsoever. Boy, you don't get the fuck out of my face with that shit there.
Mm-hmm. You don't like how Cordero Hodge is playing on special teams, and special teams have been complete ass.
Oh my God! Don't even get me started on that shit.
Like
don't even get me started on that.
Not playing Cordero. That's what he said.
Shit, you did. I ain't worried about Cordero Hodge playing special teams. I'm worried about Cordero Hodge even seeing the field. Period.
He's not even playing at all. That's what I mean. That's why I said it the way I said it. You don't like how Cordero Hodge is playing on special teams, so he's not playing at all. That makes sense. This guy was supposed to be one of your captains.
Special teams captain, one of your special teams leaders.
We see him Agnew damn near trip over his own feet every time. Look, this motherfucker here, Agnew, he's the real Magoof, okay? Every game, he damn near falling and dropping passes, catching the ball at the wrong time. Every game. And you tell me with a straight face that you're tired of Cordero Hodge?
You talking about a Cordero Hodge who caught the game-winning touchdown against Tampa last year early in the week. The same Cordero Hodge who in 2 games last year made special teams plays that either helped you win the game and keep you in the game against New Orleans and Vegas. Cordero Hodge, who's been on this team for as long as he's had, because he always seems to come up with catches, critical catches at certain times of the game. You're talking about that Cordero Hodge?
Mm-hmm. So I like to talk about this culture aspect of things that you know yesterday.
Yeah, you're talking about the Atlanta Falcons culture and it actually getting exposed to the world yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you probably wondering why am I saying that? So I guess if you got some questions, you go ahead and ask the questions about that.
Because you look at it yesterday, you just look at a lot of people. Like I actually had a comment. Give me a moment. I'm gonna pull it up because it's on my IG.
Oh, good.
Load that up. I think you know which one I'm talking about.
I think I kind of have a feeling on that.
So, so this was, and you guys can check this out. So, oh man, this is funny. So it's Falcon Republic, okay, and this is something that I follow on IG myself. So I put out, I had an answer, I had a question that I posed. I said, "Do you think the Atlanta Falcons made the wrong decision to fire Arthur Smith?" So 55% people said no. 28% people said yes. 17% said I'm not sure. And I don't know the gentleman's name, but like I said, I follow him. But this is what he wrote. He said, "What got him," referring to Arthur Smith, "fired was hitching his wagon to Des Ritter and being unapologetic about it."
I need you to hold on.
Let me finish. It's important for me to finish. I know that said they probably overperformed with the rosters they had. In retrospect, they absolutely did. But this is another comment. This is what I said. So you're saying Arthur Smith chose to draft Desmond Ritter and not anyone better? He responded by saying, "That I don't know. But I do know when the Mariota experiment blew up and Ritter was a huge risk, they didn't do anything to get a veteran or a decent starter to lead the most critical year of Arthur's head coaching tenure, defended Ritter and rode with him all season, summer, and season in a prove-it year, and that was got him, and also believed a lot was his ego on Smith's part. And there's another part about it. He had a lot to say about it, about that, but that don't. But again, he said that he doesn't know. But he's essentially pretty much saying that, and that statement, Kill.
See, I need that uploaded on the screen so we can go ahead and break that down with the people.
I got you.
That just sounds like a whole bunch of bullshit to me. But we need that on the Summer Jam screen because I want to ask everybody: do you want K Styles to break this shit down? Because that sounded wild. That shit sounded all over the damn place. So I must have this on the screen so I can break this down.
What's going on, Eddie? How you doing, man?
Dude.
So
put a 1 in the chat if you want to see this shenanigans and you want us to break this shit down where y'all want to break this down with the 6 man.
Because, like I said, it's funny that you say this. All I said that the Falcons make a mistake firing him. And then he goes into that. It's like, but like I said, it's funny that these people are saying this. And we're going to break it down. We're going to break it. We're actually about to break it down.
Yeah. I think everybody wants the 6 man breakdown on this shit. Okay. That's where everybody waiting on this shit.
Okay.
I guess that's my niche, Mike. I guess people like me breaking folks' comments down. I guess that's a good part of the show, I guess.
Yes, it is.
Because I don't believe that motherfucker literally sat there and said all that shit.
Yeah. Like I said, I just find it funny.
I got my thoughts on it, on why it's being particularly said, but the only reason why I don't want to say them yet because that's why I say I want to put it on the screen. Okay. Let's look at this.
Hold on. Let me see.
Okay.
All right, there you go.
Okay, Falcon Republic response to it says, what got him fired was hitching his wagon to Desmond Ritter and being unapologetic about it. That's where he fucked up right there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord have mercy, Jesus Christ. He hitched his wagon on Desmond Ritter and was unapologetic about it. That said, they probably overperformed with the rosters they had. In retrospect, they absolutely did. See, right there in bold letters. Hitching his wagon to Desmond Ritter and being unapologetic about it. That says a lot right there.
Yep.
So what Falcon Republic is basically saying is that Arthur Smith was an asshole.
He's a fucking jackass.
He's a jackass. That's what his problem with. And then for some reason, it's very interesting that a lot of people in Atlanta, biggest issue with Arthur Smith was he was a jackass.
Yeah, because it's funny to me. It's funny to me because at the end of after making that statement, you saying he overperformed with the roster. My thing with that is so fucking what?
So what? That mean that's what you want. That's what you want your coach. That's what you want as a coach. You want your coach to overperform with the guys he had. The fact that you said that he was unapologetic about hitching his wagon to Desmond Ritter in 2023 said everything that I needed to know. You was a Lamar Jackson stan.
That's all it was.
This is a Lamar Jackson stand. They're up. This nigga here is upset.
And you got to throw Justin Fields in there because they wanted both of those guys. This
motherfucker right here was upset that the Falcons didn't make a play for Lamar Jackson and or did not draft Justin Fields, and Arthur Smith didn't give a fuck about how you felt about them not getting Lamar Jackson and stuck with Desmond Ritter.
Mm-hmm.
Not realizing by him sticking with Desmond Ritter, you don't have majority of the playmakers on this team now.
And the crazy part about that is like in another statement he said he brought up Marcus Mariota.
Get that other statement out there. Okay, so that I don't know, but I know when the Mariota experiment blew up and Ritter was a huge risk. What makes you think he was a huge risk? He was a 3rd round pick. That's not a huge risk
at all.
They didn't do anything to get a veteran or a decent starter to lead the most critical year of Arthur's tenure. So basically what you're saying is you're upset because they didn't get Lamar Jackson.
They did not get, this is a huge tale. Because in it, right here, he starts it with, when the Mariota, he's a fucking veteran. You see how people, when you ask people questions, see, this is the real reason why people can't stand us. Because we ask questions. How can you go from he didn't do anything to get a veteran when you started the sentence by saying when the Marcus Mariota experiment blew up?
Which was a fucking veteran.
What a fucking veteran.
They didn't do anything to get a veteran or a decent starter to lead the most critical year of his head coaching tenure. He defended Ritter and rode with him all offseason, summer, and season in a proven year, and that's what got him. I also believe a lot of that.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hold on. And that's why I believe a lot of that was ego on Smith's part. So basically, what Falcon Republic just showed y'all on the screen was Arthur Smith got fired because they didn't get Lamar Jackson.
That's it. because it's even crazy for him to say, Kev, that he stuck with Desmond Ritter when that's not true. Desmond Ritter, he was benched one time.
He was benched for a whole month.
Yeah. And then they brought him back in. So that's not even true. These statements ain't even true. You brought in a veteran so you can develop Ritter. But the veteran ended up playing like horse crap, and he came in when he brought him in. Desmond Ritter actually played well. I think he had like a 300 game after that.
Yeah, he had a couple 250, 300 yard games.
Yeah.
I know he had I think he had
I do
300 yard games.
Yes.
I know he had 300 yard games that year, I think.
And Mariota quit on top of it. So y'all talking about like he just stuck with Desmond Ritter. It's like, look, that's not even true. He didn't stick with Desmond Ritter.
When Desmond Ritter started struggling, he took his ass out the game.
Mm-hmm. Like he benched him. He didn't want to start. He didn't want to start Ritter. He wanted to develop him slowly. But because Marcus Mariota didn't do his job, he was forced. That sound familiar? Forced in the situation he had.
That sounds very, very familiar, Granddad. That sounds like Kirk Cousins and Michael Penix to me.
Kirk Cousins, huh? That's exactly what happened.
And John here said the best hire in the last 4 years was Dean Pease, hired by Arthur Smith.
Yep. That's one of the main reasons why they hired Arthur Smith, because of Dean Pease.
And Dean Coleman here said, and they brought in Tyler Heineke, who led this.
That's two veterans. That's two of them.
That's two veterans. So basically, what we just saw on the screen here is a motherfucker that was mad that the Falcons didn't get Lamar Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
This is the real reason why a lot of, and I'm gonna just call their name. I'm just calling them out. All 92-9 the game. Carl Dukes, Mike Bell, 680 the game, D-Leg, Falcoholic, every last content creator in this space.
Every last one of them.
Wanted Lamar.
They said Lamar would be perfect with us. They said Justin Fields was a perfect fit. All of that.
The real reason why a lot of these motherfuckers in this space and a lot of motherfuckers in this media was upset about Arthur Smith was because he didn't placate to your fucking fantasies.
Yep.
We literally played a clip on this show literally a couple weeks ago where they had an interview about 680 the game. They said the biggest reason why they didn't like Arthur Smith because he was snarky.
Yep. Y'all know we ain't gotta say their name. They done already said they was wrong. Y'all know exactly who they is.
You said that Arthur Smith was snarky as hell, but these Zach Robinson has acted more snarky, and Raheem done acted more snarky in these press conferences than Arthur Smith. Well, Arthur Smith is the snarky one. Y'all motherfuckers was just mad because he didn't placate to your fucking feelings.
Yep.
And now what has happened now is a lot of y'all asses is upset because the Raheem the Dream done became Shattered Dreams.
Shattered Dream Productions, motherfucker.
Let me say that again. Y'all asses is upset with Raheem Morris now because Raheem the Dream became Shattered Dreams.
Mm-hmm.
And you thought that being a nice guy, being a representative of the city, which I'll call culture, was going to lead the Atlanta Falcons to the fucking playoffs, and we on the verge of a potential 4-13 season based on the way we playing right now.
Mm-hmm.
With a better team than we had in 2023. Get the fuck out of my face with that shit there.
Y'all wanted a guy that was going, like I said, Kev, they wanted to placate to your feelings, and y'all want, and I was talking to Kev about this. All y'all want is for the foul. You want to have somebody in there like Raheem. He's going to placate to y'all feelings and make y'all feel as though that y'all are being listened to and heard.
Raheem Morris represents comfort. He's a comfortable face. He ain't gonna be out here. He ain't gonna be out here talking shit. He ain't gonna be out here. And like I said, and D-Lin is who I'm definitely disappointed in because he's the main he's the main one that got one of the main guys that got Arthur Smith up out of here.
Yep.
Because he didn't.
The main one complaining.
He didn't like the fact that Arthur Smith wasn't being nice to him. Let me add
a whole lot of issues. He had a whole lot of issues with Arthur Smith not answering his questions. He had a major problem with that.
It is very funny how y'all asked Arthur Smith all the quote unquote tough questions. But y'all don't do the shit for Raheem Morris. I find that very, very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I find that interesting. See, this is one of the big issues that I see that is what's wrong with this franchise. And like I said, I have to throw Arthur Blank in this as well.
Yep.
We got too many motherfuckers that is too worried about people liking them. Too many people that want their feelings to matter. You ask stupid shit, your ass gonna get a response that gonna tell you that shit was stupid.
It's fucking dumb. How else do you want me to respond to people just need to catch the ball? When your plays, like my thing is, he's saying that we're only struggling because they just need to catch the ball.
You don't think that shit sounds snarky as fuck?
That's snarky as fuck. You're playing. Look, see, y'all can't tell me about Northerners. Y'all can't tell me about Northern motherfuckers. My mom graduated high school from Brooklyn, okay? In Brooklyn. Before she moved here and had me. But that's where she went to school with. A lot of my family is up in New York, up in Jersey. A lot of them. So y'all motherfucker can't tell me nothing about wordplay. And the mentality of Northerners, when they come down to the South, and you motherfuckers who from Atlanta and from the South know how them New York motherfuckers be. Them Northern motherfuckers out there.
Yeah, exactly. Them New York, Jersey niggas is some them some assholes. And I know because I work with quite a few of them.
They think they smart. They be saying little shit to you, act like you don't like you not catching on to what the fuck they saying.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch, I know what that means. And this is what Raheem does. He's from Jersey. I read that shit from I read that on him. He's a smart. I've been telling y'all for a long. He's a smart ass. He think he's smarter than everybody because he can talk fast. That right there's a Northerner. Them Northern motherfuckers. That's all they do is talk fast.
The very thing that y'all accuse me of being is what exactly Raheem does.
Yep. Ding,
these
ding.
These motherfuckers in these spaces accuse me of acting like I know everything while the nigga that they got them worshiping and sucking off the bottom of his nutsack is doing the very thing that they accuse me of doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild. That is just wild to me. And yeah, we're gonna go right into that culture aspect I talked about yesterday. let's get right into that. Because I think you want to have this conversation because of something I said yesterday.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
The culture of the Atlanta Falcons right now was put on full display Sunday to the world. The culture of the Atlanta Falcons is we are a baby shit soft team. And that shit was put on full display against Seattle. We've seen remnants of it, especially for the last month and a half. We've seen remnants of it. But that shit was put on full display yesterday. This team is soft. The mentality is soft. The city is soft. The media is soft. The fans are soft. Everything that screams about what the Atlanta Falcon culture is surrounded by a bunch of motherfucking feelings and the need to be accepted by everybody. When Kirk Cousins is asked about doing something as far as some what was that quote that he said?
He's saying, basically, it is some to summarize it all. It's pretty much, do you feel like the Falcons need to have a little bit more edge?
Basically, he said something like maybe
somebody needs to throw at you or something.
Why would that need to be a question? Why would that need to even be a question?
Like it's football. You're supposed to be either throw a chair, throw a helmet at somebody, or throw them across the damn field. It's football. Of course you're supposed to be upset.
Like Drew said, throw a chair across the room. He said maybe. Wait, whoa.
That's what he said. That's pretty much what he said.
And then we got people when we having these conversations about, okay, this accountability issue that this team does not have. You got these same motherfuckers. No, y'all being too hard on Raheem. Y'all being too hard on him. Nigga, that is the head coach.
That's the head coach.
The expectations for when he got here was that the team was a playoff ready team. Because remember, and I quote, we're only a quarterback away, right? That was the quote that was used.
Yes, out of his mouth.
Which is the same quote that he used, what was the popular quote on social media.
Mm-hmm.
I found that interesting.
Yep.
And guess what happened? The Atlanta Falcons made a gamble to where they did not want to fill the quarterback position, so they double dipped and took a chance on not failing the quarterback position to only fail at the quarterback position.
2 times.
You turned a quarterback room in 2023 that equated to about $8 million total for your quarterback room. Maybe even less than that. It was about $5 or $6 million quarterback room.
Yep, he wasn't making that much money.
But about $5 or $6 million quarterback room with Heineke and Ritter and all that stuff. And because the experiment failed in such a way that you came in and all of a sudden now you inherit a $200 million quarterback room that literally looks just as bad as it did the previous regime.
Mm-hmm.
So now you add $172 million surplus in your quarterback room, and now we got more questions than answers.
Talk about the scoring that you brought up. We were talking in the chat.
We are on pace to have a worse scoring season than we had in 2023. Right now, the Falcons totally have scored 252 total points this year. That 2023 year, we scored 323 points in total as a team. At the rate that we playing right now, we may not even get to that point.
Yeah, because we can't even score a touchdown.
And think about it. The difference is you had a $6 million quarterback room versus an almost $200 million quarterback room. And at the rate that you're going right now, you're going to actually score less points than you did with the motherfucker that everybody didn't want. D. Colvin said the financial commitment and draft capital invested made it so much worse than Heineke and Ritter.
Yes.
$200 million on that alone.
And you can't depend on either one of these quarterbacks. Now, granted, the injuries happen. Like I said, I'm not even putting it all on Mike like that because that can happen to anybody. I mean, that can happen to any quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not even sweating that. Like any quarterback can get hurt. I mean, we see it Joe Burrow damn near every other year with him. So I'm not even sweating the fact that Michael Penix may not be the same. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, Joe Burrow can't stay healthy at all since that Super Bowl year. He always hurt. So those things happen.
Right.
But the fact that you got two quarterbacks, like the Falcons have two quarterbacks, and they screwed up royally, both of them. That's crazy, bro.
That is insane. And like I said, and the bad thing about it was, just like what Arthur Smith did in 2023, you came with this elaborate ass plan to do this while not bringing any experienced coaches to coach up the quarterbacks.
Nah. He didn't bring any of that. And that's suspicious in its own right. Kev even brought up something else. Like I said, we ain't got the Thursday we doing it now, so we might as well just give it to him. About why you feel as though that he's not bringing any coaches in, experienced coaches in.
Because Raheem Morris wants to build his own coaching tree. He wants to be Sean McVay. He wants to be Andy Reid. He wants to be Bill Parcells. He wants to be Tony Dungy. That's why you bring in coordinators that don't have experience like that. This is why you bring in a quarterback coach that really doesn't have experience being a quarterback coach.
Mm-hmm. Montavion saying something right here. I want him.
Highlight it again.
I want him to ask himself that question. I want him to answer himself. So basically, he said, "When are we going to hold Terry accountable for bringing in an old quarterback off of injury and an injury-prone quarterback?" You ask yourself that question. Ask yourself that question. Let me rephrase it. Let me rephrase your question. Do you personally believe, in all 100% honesty, that Terry Fontenot was the one that brought in an injured quarterback from college and an injured quarterback in the NFL? You personally believe that he did that? That Terry Fontenot is solely responsible for that? I would love y'all opinions on this.
Is he solely responsible for that?
Because that's the way you're phrasing the question, as if it's all Terry Fontenot. Because those are two quarterbacks in two situations.
Mm-hmm.
You're
because
not
I'm
sure.
because I'm gonna tell you my thing. I'm gonna tell you what I think about why that happened. I'm gonna answer his question for him.
Mm-hmm.
Terry Fontenot on the hot seat because of that shit too. I'm not
Yep.
even gonna tell you no lie. He's on the
Yep.
hot seat about that shit too. But let me tell you why they did that. They tried to what they did was they tried to bypass the quarterback struggles, thinking
Yep.
that you was gonna bring in a veteran guy who's put a lot of numbers up in this league and Kirk Cousins, while at the same time bringing in a quarterback like Michael Penix, who is an older cat. So you're thinking that his progression side of things wouldn't take that long.
Exactly. What Warren always say, Kev?
You cannot bypass the rookie process.
The end. They tried to bypass the rookie process. You can't. This is why they're trying to integrate the college system into the NFL because they're trying to bypass the rookie process. And the problem with that, well, guess what? You got a lot of veteran coaches and a lot of veteran players that have seen every type of scheme there is. So you can't bypass the rookie process in the NFL. And they're finally understanding that because like this year we don't even like I think we got like 2 or 3 quarterbacks this year that have like our top quarterbacks in the NFL are at this point in time. We in week 15. These guys still haven't thrown for 3,000 yards, not 4,000, 3,000. So the guy that we asking to put up big numbers and the quarterback, these quarterbacks ain't even doing it. Like we see that even with Patrick Mahomes, like the reason why they struggling is because they can't run the ball. They don't have an offensive line. You think you just gonna come in and just bypass everything without a decent offensive line and a decent running game? Like it's not gonna happen.
The game is going back to what it used to be. The run game is becoming an important part in the NFL offense all over again. You got to get with the times right now.
Mm-hmm.
You got to run the ball.
We'll never see, in my opinion, we'll never see an era with Matt Ryan, Drew Brees, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers ever again. Phillip Rivers, like we'll never see that again. Well, them guys down there putting up for 5,000 together. That's one of the greatest quarterback eras of all time, if not the greatest quarterback era of all time. It's not gonna happen.
Joe
But
Burrow.
even
Go ahead. My bad.
no, I'm just saying, even though even in that era, they still ran the ball.
Mm-hmm. Last year, Joe Burrow threw for almost 5,000 yards last year. And they had a worse record than we did.
Throwing the ball doesn't mean you're going to actually be good.
Hold on. Somebody said the Falcons signed Malik Heath. Who the hell is that?
I don't fucking know, man. I ain't even waste my damn time even writing been the video on that bullshit. I don't know he not gonna play no damn way. You don't sign KJ Osborne and all these guys and ain't nobody playing. We just signing all these receivers, ain't nobody playing.
Malik Heath is a wide receiver. Huh?
I know he's a wide receiver from Green Bay. I know that, but nobody know who the hell that is.
I didn't know who the fuck that was. I ain't even know who the hell that was. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. now we doing the kicker. Now we treating the wide receiver position
like the kicker room. That's like I said, this man is just trying to create a system off a bunch of bullshit so they can look smarter than what they actually are.
The thing that they accused Arthur Smith of doing.
Mm-hmm.
And CJ here said running quarterbacks are now getting injured at an extremely high rate. And I'm gonna say this, and I've seen this talking point before. This is one of the reasons why I would not want no Kyler Murray here in Atlanta. I wouldn't want Kyler Murray here because Kyler Murray hold on. Let me make sure I get these numbers right on Kyler Murray. I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure. I do this right. So I can do this. Kyler Murray has played in all 17 games once. Let me see, because of 2019. So let me see. So this is how I go. 2019, 16 starts, 2020, 16, 2021, 14, 2022, 11, 2023, 8, 2024, 17, this year, 5. Kyler Murray ain't played at least 15 games in a season since only once since 2020. He gets hurt a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a gamble in itself. The reality of it is the Atlanta Falcons, the way that they are built, is quarterback friendly. But if you don't have a quote unquote quarterback friendly system, you're susceptible to this motherfucker. All quarterbacks are getting hurt more now than I've seen in a long time. Tell me if that's something that you've seen. Mike, is he like the quarterback? All the quarterbacks are getting hurt now.
Yeah,
just like what CJ said. And it's interesting that the quarterbacks that are getting hurt is coming out of these spread and air raid offense. These quarterbacks seem to get hurt a lot out of these.
Mm-hmm. It's a reason why Patrick Mahomes is always healthy, y'all. Because they use 13 personnel. They use that pistol to protect them. Yeah, every so often they spread the ball out and they're going 4 wides, but they use their big packages. They use a lot of their base packages, protection packages. Like when you see these quarterbacks like Lamar Jackson and all these guys, they getting Jaden Haynes, all these guys getting hurt because they're running and they're not using a lot of base packages. They use a lot of, just like I said, just look at Andy Reid. That's what he does. And these are the things I'm talking about. They don't prioritize. This is why quarterbacks are getting hurt, because they don't prioritize pass protection. And what has to happen is with these quarterbacks, to protect themselves, they protect themselves with their legs. And oftentimes that leads to injuries.
Mm-hmm.
So basically what the offensive coordinators are saying, protect yourself. That's what they say.
Mm-hmm. But like Vlad here said, and this is kind of
my bad, man.
You good. But like I said, this I think Vlad here is pretty much kind of saying the same thing that we're kind of on right now. If Penix isn't ready next year, your best bet is to bring in a bridge quarterback and get a high as of a draft pick in 2027 as possible. And like I said, this is the option that has to be on the table here, because What if Penix isn't ready in 2026?
Mm-hmm.
What is the content? What is the plan for that? You gonna run it back with Kirk Cousins in 2026 if Penix ain't ready?
Jesus, boy. Whew.
Let me
Lord.
ask everybody a question. If Michael Penix isn't ready by at least by mid 2026, are you comfortable with the Falcons running it back with Kirk Cousins in 2026? Ski said Katie Pickett. Drew say nope.
Man, you don't get the fuck up out my face with no Jalen Miro. Man, like, what the fuck? He can't even throw accurate in college, man. Get out of here.
Jalen Miro can't hit a parked car. Get the fuck out of here. I see a bunch of hell no's. I see a bunch of Kirk Cousins will get cut at the end of the season.
Man, Matt ain't coming back, man. Shit.
Man, Matt Ryan, look, Matt Ryan is having the time of his life, boy. He ain't trying to be worried with this shit down here. That nigga drinking beers, talking shit on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Man, people love him.
Shooting basketball.
Riding mechanical bulls with a Patriots cowboy hat on. Like, yeah, he don't care.
Man, you don't get the fuck out my face with no Mr. 30 for 30. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all only like that shit because he had one good game. Like, y'all see what the fuck Jameis Winston gonna, like, be honest, what the fuck he gonna do with this team? He gonna be a statue just like Kirk Cousins is. That man can't run, bro.
Well,
y'all see that man wide open playing tight end, catching a lucky pass. Okay, one lucky pass, and then y'all say he wanted to be a quarterback for it. Stop getting caught up in these highlights. Y'all gotta stop getting caught up. He's not good, bro. That's why he a backup. Jameis Winston is at this point in his career is a career backup. That's what he is.
Jameis Winston right now is nothing more than a walking meme. He's entertaining. He's entertaining.
All. The whole point is it's about developing. Like, y'all motherfuckers want quick. This is not quick. This is why we in the position we in now. You got to develop your own quarterback. Like, y'all want quick fixes. All I hear is guys that we need guys that's gonna get in here and give us no.
It ain't that many quarterbacks that's gonna come in here and really do that right off rip.
Develop your own quarterback. What's wrong with that? Why y'all everybody want a fast, quick approach? We just literally saw with Justin Fields. We told y'all with Justin Fields, he wasn't good. Okay? We said that. Jameis Winston already had 2 chances to be a quarterback. He failed both of them. And now all of a sudden, he's supposed to do it for us when he failed 2 times after he only had, because he was with New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
We forgot that.
Mm-hmm.
He done had like 3 chances.
Now they talking about they want Mad Mike for quarterback.
My knee's done, bro.
My knee's
done. I would love that. But my knees are done. Like, he done had, this is like his 3rd or 4th team right now, bro. Like I understand people love highlights and moments and he funny.
Dribbler Flair said the patchwork stuff gotta go. We need a reset.
That's it.
We have to. The biggest thing with the Falcons right now is they need a quarterback plan.
That's it. You gotta have a plan. It
We
like
got.
you can't
We
keep
got. Mm-hmm.
patching this shit up.
Because the thing about it is, if we're just using this as a worst case scenario, if Michael Penix is not ready by 2026, that means you literally have the final year of his contract to determine if you want to keep him or not.
And the reason why Malik is in Green Bay is because of the coach, okay?
Mm-hmm.
He worked with him.
Mm-hmm. Could that be a patchworking plan? Maybe. I wouldn't be mad at that.
But you need to develop like I said,
And,
I wouldn't crap on the idea of Malik, but like at this point, we need somebody with experience.
but but the reason why I say that is this goes back to these comments right here. We need to find the coach first.
We ain't even got the coach. We don't even know what the scheme is in this
Mm-hmm.
team. We don't even know
Right.
what the scheme is for this team.
Right. The biggest thing that we have to do with this, outside of just the quote unquote quarterback contingency plan, is you need a quarterback. Like you said, you need a vision for the quarterback room. A coach. You need a coach that has a vision for the quarterback. We don't have that.
So we just playing merry-go. Look, we just jumping on and off the merry-go-round.
Mm. Sonya asked if Terry is fired, who do we bring in for GM? Because Rich McKay's still here in the front office, we will still be in the same situation. That's why Mike said, that's why Mike, and that's why a lot of people say you got to get rid of Rich McKay first before anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Rich McKay is going to he's already done put a black eye on this franchise based on the shit that he's doing now. If you fire everybody else but keep him, all it's going to be is a rotating door of the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
The
He's the
blind
one
leading the
constant
blind.
that's been here since we continuously losing. Since 17, he's the one constant while we losing. So at some point, you got to point the finger at him and say, we need better leadership at this point. Like you
Right.
can't keep blaming the coach, the GM, and everybody else. It's him. That needs to change.
The thing is, I don't give a damn if he's the top guy in the competition committee. Fuck that.
It ain't working with you, pimp.
You can throw his ass. You can throw his ass to the Gators for all I care. Because, like I said, he's one of the main reasons why we got this mindset of make me feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, well.
But this conversation actually went longer than what we. Yeah. But the point is, like, you can't keep bringing in different because we've already done it the last 3 years or so. I think we're like 7 to 8 quarterbacks at this point. Like, y'all gonna just keep bringing in quarterbacks every year until we get it right, instead of just getting the right coach, finding the right coach, and sticking with that. And he said, "I want somebody Rich McKay doesn't like at this point." That's me. We need that right now. And like I said, that's the biggest problem with this right now. We need a complete jackass.
Yeah, that's the reality of it, though, man. A lot of people don't realize that all this shit talking about we need to be loved and we need to be accepted by the media. A lot of people don't realize y'all are really sharing the Rich McKay ideology right now. So as much as we complain about Rich McKay, a lot of people are more like Rich McKay than anything, and I know that's something that they don't want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, 92.9 a game, the AJC 680.
They were the ones who
All,
clamored for Justin Fields need to be the guy. They was clamoring
all,
for that.
all these Falcon media motherfuckers. Y'all are the reason why the Falcons are in this predicament right now. And y'all could tag all them motherfuckers. You can let them motherfuckers know we said this over here. Let them say something about that. All these motherfucking radio stations down here, all these reporters, all the media down here is the reason why the Falcons are in the predicament they are now. We value niggas liking us more than the team actually being successful. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And until they get to a point where they sitting here trying to, the number one thing is to build something from within that we could be proud of instead of trying to build something that's going to appease to outside sources, we'll never be able to get over the hump. That's all I got to say on that, man.
That's it. Look, we don't say it at all. We say it at all. Until we get over this as a fan base, y'all got to get over the quick fixes. And I'm talking about everybody in this chat too, because I've seen a lot of people ask for people that's for quick fixes. Y'all don't want to develop a system 3 years for 3 year plus. It has to be in 2 years. We're not winning in 2 years. If the quarterback ain't good in 2 years, y'all ready to trade and y'all ready to spend every dime y'all have. Y'all gotta be real with yourselves as a fan. This shit is not. It took Falcons 4-5 years to develop Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan was drafted in 8. He didn't really get good until 4 or 5 years later into the NFC Championship. 4 years. It took us 4 years to get to that point. To get to the NFC Championship with Matt Ryan. But y'all want it after 2 years. It took us 4 years to get to the NFC Championship. Okay? With Matt Ryan.
Exactly.
Years.
Exactly.
But y'all, after 1 year with Michael Penix,
you ready to throw him in the garbage.
You ready to throw him in the trash. See, oh, that's it, Kill. That's all I got.
You know what that tells me? You know what that tells me, Mike?
What's that?
That tells me that some of these people see what some of these people are now finding out is the reality of looking for stability at the quarterback position. Because a lot of people were not used to quarterback chaos in Atlanta.
They not used to it. We were spoiled rotten, and we did not appreciate it until now we in the position.
Think about it. Before 2022, this is going from 2001 to, I'm gonna say 2001 to 2022. You only had 1 year where you did not have a stable quarterback room. And that was 2007. 2007 was the only year in the last 20 years where you didn't have any stability at the quarterback position, after the Mike Vick situation. But between 2001 and 2020, now I'm going to say 2021, between 2001 and 2021, 19 of those years, you had Mike Vick and Matt Ryan. Between 2001 and 2021, 19 of those 20 years, you had Matt Ryan and Mike Vick.
I mean, they did it right the first time with Mike Vick. You don't have to. The thing is, the Falcons did the right thing with Mike Vick. When he got hurt, we drafted Matt Schaub. That was the right thing to do. This is what the Falcons need to do. The thing is, you just got to be. You have to have a contingency plan for the quarterback and not just bring in some old beat up dude that's been in the league for 5 years, 10 years. You have to have a developmental system in place. And right now, Michael Penix being hurt is going to force us to do it. But the reality of it is this may set us back another 2 years. And y'all just got to be, y'all just got to be patient. Honestly, fans, this is what y'all do. We're not going to get it quick, fast, and a hurry. Unless our defense become the 2000 Baltimore Ravens defense, 2001 Baltimore Ravens defense, it's not happening quick. So the reality of it, us failing with Kirk Cousins, us failing with Raheem, us failing with Michael Penix this year, the reality of this thing, this is going to take another 2 to 3 years, y'all. I hate to tell y'all the truth, because I want to win as a fan too. Like, look, I love seeing Georgia and Georgia Tech win, but the reality of it, the Falcons ain't winning for another 2 to 3 years, possibly more.
And you asked the question: do we have the coaching staff to develop a quarterback?
Absolutely not. They don't even know how to develop a wide receiver. How the hell we gonna develop a quarterback? Bro, we got Devin Thompson on our, like, I don't even know where he come from, bro.
That shit is wild.
It's crazy.
So, guess we're gonna go ahead and get up on out of here, man.
That's it.
I ain't got nothing else.
That's all, man. Like I said, we'll be back Wednesday. The heavy hitters, man. I appreciate everybody for continuously supporting us. We got the announcement out there, kid. You want to throw that out there? What our announcement with the heavy hitters? We finally got the go ahead.
Basically, we back on the partnership.
Yeah, I think he is. Killed it. Accidentally took himself out of chat. Kid, I accidentally threw himself, but go ahead.
Yeah.
There you go. You accidentally threw yourself out there.
Yeah, I'm sitting here. I'm trying to back out some shit. I'm sitting here trying to back out of shit, and accidentally hit the wrong thing.
I done did that plenty of times. That's how I knew you did it.
But yeah, like you said, man, we back to getting super chats and memberships on the Heavy Hitters Live channel. Like you said, man, so if you want to go ahead, throw your support over there on the channel, like you said, man, it's back up and running. So we definitely appreciate everybody as usual for showing the support. You talking about 86 myself, boy. Damn, that was an 87. That was a 187.
Oh man.
He said, Dirk said, ain't no damn announcements.
Oh boy.
I should have played that up like, damn it, Dirk. Nah, but like I said, man, we back to getting the super chat going on and getting some members over on the Heavy Hitters Live channel. Like I said, man, we definitely appreciate everybody for the continuous support, not just for 6MK Live, not just for Mad Mike Sports, but for everybody involved with the Unholy Alliance. And like you said, man, we just love the fact that despite what is said in this space, what is said by everybody else about who we are, that y'all kept riding with us. Whole world wanted to kill us. So we definitely appreciate y'all, man. So
100%.
So at the end of the day, we ain't here to play.
Oh no.
We here to stay.
Oh yeah, nigga.
You ain't gotta go home.
But you got to get the hell out of here. Oh yeah.
Deuces.
Peace.
Put your eyes back in your head.
Pry their eyes open and force them to see the truth. We will skin the sheep and sacrifice the weak. The Unholy Alliance has arrived.